What is up, everyone? And I wanted to talk some stuff about Modern Warfare 2 and my thoughts on it. So obviously I'm going to be the one to say it first. I think the game's actually not going to be that bad. Obviously there is some risk to that because of the fact that, well, I mean, no one's even really played, well, people have played it, but they haven't released any videos about it. So a pro, obviously, of the game is going to be, well, 2019 wasn't that bad. It just encouraged campers. So if you are a sole believer that gameplay in 2019 was not bad, but it could have been better if there wasn't as many campers, then welcome to the, I guess, the club. I don't know. It does seem to have maybe more realistic movement. If you ever watched the good old first campaign mission, and he tack sprints for maybe a solid 3 seconds, if you really pay attention very hard, it kinda looks like you're heavy. Like you're heavy-footed, like maybe CSGO, or I don't really know. CSGO is like, you know, it was kinda like you could sprint, you looked a little heavy. If you ran, you couldn't run very quickly, I guess you can say. You might have seen some videos about it, and obviously the DMZ game mode, so we are switching topics here, I guess I should have been more clear. DMZ mode may be heavy-footed, like Escape from Tarkov, if you ever watched that. Escape from Tarkov is super realistic, so if you know anything about Escape from Tarkov, obviously that's pretty much what it's like. Obviously it could just be because he didn't really sprint, he kind of like sprinted a little bit and fell off, I don't know. Another concern I have is the pricing. Not that cheap. 70 bucks. I mean, I guess 70 bucks for a 2-year game isn't that bad. But 70 bucks is a good hunk of change, man. Another thing I would have to say I'm ready for is just new maps and maybe some old classics. There is a lot of rumors going around about how maybe it's not gonna be as good as 2019 was, because of the fact that, I mean, 2019 was good guns, good gameplay, stuff like that. Back into another game to finish this discussion, as I could say. But I really do think if they bring back some classics like High Rise and like Terminal and some like Favela, I'd love to see Favela on Unreal Engine 5, to be honest. I don't know if anybody else would, but that's why I think you're also going to be heavy-footed because of Unreal Engine 5. But I am a sole believer that Modern Warfare 2 may save COD because of the fact that you're having all these old kind of maps come back and maybe some classic weapons. I'd love to see the MP. Obviously we got the MP7 not too long ago, so if we don't get the MP7, it's fine. Even though if you do look at the trailer of even the campaign trailer, there is an MP7, but we all know from a campaign there could be guns in there that are not normally in multiplayer, just like how the RPD was in, what was it, BO2, but not multiplayer or something. I don't remember what gun it was. It was one of those weapons. It was an LMG. So we don't really know what to expect. But I do believe that most of the rumors will be 100% true, like the DMZ thing. Obviously, you have Rebirth, which they did confirm, which started off as a rumor. So hopefully we'll get some good stuff this year, because it is. I really do think they could do a lot with this. Only problem I do have, I think I already said this, but would have to be pricing. I understand something like an extra $10 or whatever, but I mean, $70 for something that may not even be a 2-year game could be a little risky. Because Activision did release something and said that if the game does not live up to expectations, they're, you know, telling Treyarch to take next year and all that. So, like, I don't understand if that's actually true. I did see a bunch of people retweeting it and all that. So it could be scuffed. But if it is true, I think that is super dumb, because of the fact that Infinity Ward added all of this DLC stuff. Well, I guess content. Can't really call it DLCs anymore, because it is considered free to everyone that owns the game. But some other stuff you may need to know before you buy or play the game. There is going to be bugs. I'm so tired of Twitter being full of, oh my god, game's trash, too many bugs. Okay, it's, first of all, there's gonna be bugs. There's no way to get around it. Even a multi-trillion-dollar company could not avoid bugs. It's, every COD's made from the ground up. Yeah, maybe they could just copy and paste, and then people complain about that, saying, oh, it's just copied and paste, what's the point of playing this game? So I do not want to see all these tweets about, oh, there's so many bugs, because there's going to be bugs. Now, if there's bugs that are really broken, and they, you know, they're not fixed within, like, the first 2 months, okay, yeah, maybe talk a little shit, but, like, the first week, I don't want to hear all that. So I advise everyone, delete Twitter. Turn off, put on Do Not Disturb on your phone, because those tweets are going to be quite literally everywhere. I do advise anybody that pre-orders to, honestly, unless you have a lot of money to spare, do not buy the Vault Edition. I never understood. 2019, it came with the night vision goggles, which is kind of cool. This year, it comes with nothing besides, you know, like 50 extra tier skips or whatever, and then, like, some skins. I mean, if you really wanted it, you could. I'm personally not getting the $100 one, because that's just a waste of money, in my opinion. Many people are still going to buy it, so it's entirely up to you. But if you do, before you do buy even the game, obviously you're going to have people coming out, and you do have open beta, so you could not buy it. I'm still going to buy it, because what else am I going to play? No one's going to be back on this game, I'm telling you. If they do, it will be a select few people. So, if you want to wait to open beta, go ahead. I would say if you don't want to waste money, do it. If you don't really care about the money, go ahead and do it. This is obviously just me giving advice. If you don't want to take it, that is entirely up to you. This is America. I have the right to speak my mind. Okay, I don't know what that guy's shooting at. But if you have any other questions, let me know. I forgot to say that, like the beginning of the game, or I guess beginning of the video. So if you also are not aware, there is multiple accounts. To my knowledge, I was told multiple times. You can actually go to my Twitter, and I don't know if you have to follow me to look or not. I don't think you do. You can look at my replies, and you can see one of those accounts. I'm not saying that one account, because I don't know who the person is. They haven't announced who they are, so, but they do fake giveaways, so be careful. If they are known, you can do it. Be careful, because a lot of people are actually just trying to get more followers and likes from doing these fake giveaways. So be careful of who you're giving your attention to, in my opinion. see me for something like, oh. But if you have heard about the DMZ game mode, I honestly think it's going to be pretty good. I've never played Escape from Tarkov, but I know it's like a survival kind of game. So if you have not seen anybody play Escape from Tarkov, there's no way you haven't heard of it. It's just one of those things. But if you want to know what the rumored DMZ game mode, which if you did watch the campaign mission release, you will know they said something about some like survival kind of thing, so I'm pretty sure they kind of leaked it right there and then. I don't think she was supposed to say that, but she did, so it's out there pretty much now. But if you really like Escape from Tarkov or any of those like highly intense, like PUBG, I guess it is considered a battle royale, but its own version of it. There's probably a specific name for it, but that's what I'm comparing it to. So another, I guess, con of this next mod is, what if all this stuff they're talking about is coming out, and it comes out, and it's nothing like how they explain it? Because that would be the biggest bummer, releasing information about a game mode, or I guess a game, and then it be absolute trash. So don't get your hopes up too much, because it could honestly just be a bad game. It could not be how they're explaining it, like it being Escape from Tarkov. So if you are wanting to just play that game mode, or I guess game, because at that point that's a whole different species of a game, don't get your hopes up, because it could be actually pretty bad and not be anything like people are explaining it to be. But a good pro is, if this game is 2 years, I mean, if you really think about it, if you get every 2 months a kind of an update, I guess, or like a giant bundle of maps and temporary game modes and all that, I mean, that's not that bad, because you would have every 2 months, so you'd get 12 different updates to add stuff. So you could potentially get, you know, 30-ish maps from just playing the game. So your $70 would be worth it, or your $100, depending on what you spend. But I think overall this game will be good. I'm not saying it will be the best when it comes out, but I think this game mode will actually be kind of what we all been asking for, where it's kind of, you know, a little bit of a break from these trash games. Cold War wasn't the worst. Vanguard didn't exist. We didn't have a COD last year. So yeah, I'm just gonna say, if you have any questions or any other inputs, leave a comment down below. I went equal because I'm better. But if you have a comment about whatever, comment down below. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, because they both help me out a bunch. But other than that, peace.